all new inspiration.
When I see the nature, for example, what is beside me, the monkeys, for example, the how to call it, antelopes, the birds, and the trees, and the small animal, even with the ants, the termites, they are very, very, to watch them, I mean, how they are traveling and what they are doing. This is another thing.
ISA's works and collections come in a singular diversity, which effectively represent a host of countries around Africa, including the outstanding character of the smiling coast. Time inside the Mama Africa Museum and Art Center appears to come to a standstill, which transports visitors through the golden ages of African culture, portraying long-standing lifestyles, explaining the former splendor of the African continent.
It's a great Sunday. We've had a fun day.
And you decided to bring her along.
And the kids are all having a great time. Mama Africa is doing a great job, and I think her exposure should be known in the Gambia because her stuff is beautiful and very creative.
Okay. I hope the baby loved it too.
Oh, she loves it. She's having a great
time. Hello, baby. You must have loved it.
I like the African culture.
Different. Everything in there was different. Very amazing.
Isa, what is new here?
What is new here? It's a lot of, let's say, this year is this period now is a lot about Guinea Conakry.
Yes.
Well, someone just told me that, oh my God, I just came in and I fall in love with this woman.
Fell in love at first sight. That really happens now.
With this fuller woman. Okay. So it's very nice. And then I have the fuller, how to call it, calabash with the soul.
You can really actually empathize and quickly fall in love with it. The way, yes, I have to confess, I'm taken with it. Yeah. Really, really.
Thank you.
I mean, the baby, the way it's carrying the baby, I mean, really symbolizes, the struggles of the African woman and all she does to ensure that life is all easy for the family.
Thank you very much. Just look at the face. You could see the impression from the expression from the face, The person's face is telling a lot about the person. So if you see this woman, you will see a beautiful, fuller woman, but a very strong, hard-working woman. You see how this woman lift up her baby, on top. So this means that she's a passion woman, and she's a woman who stands for her family, and she's a woman who will die for her family. And these are things that I definitely love to show.
Take a boat or kayak in the early afternoon for a one-off encounter with the sizable mammals who emerge in numbers to cool off either swimming or unwinding around the calm and tranquil waters of the River Gambia. If you've never seen a hippo up close, the Babun Islands is just the place to be, cruising beside outsized primates and other wild species. It's a meeting with beauty, irresistibly thrilling and satisfying at the same time. Authorities want to bolster the amount of summer visitors to this incredible natural panorama, bringing more tourism to the River Gambia.
This could be a destination in itself in West Africa. So this would be a draw because the draw is the chimpanzees, and nowhere else in the world, or very few places in the world.
Do you get a lot of visitors?
Yeah, we're anticipating a lot of visitors this year.
Us needs to cruise through this ecological maze to realize the richly enormous flora and fauna that once characterized the length and breadth of the country. The Babun Island, in its full glory and splendor in the middle of the rainy season. A large bulk of the wildlife species have disappeared together with most of the country's forest cover, but government is relentlessly driving to reclaim this ecological endowment. Yes, I am in Nigeria covering the Aquaba travel market. It's the biggest international travel fair which happens in Nigeria, bringing together every stakeholder who matters in this vast industry. It's Gambia joined over 25 destinations, top-notch travel agencies, and 12 global airlines at the 8th edition of the Aquaba Travel Market, uniting forces to propel sub-regional travel and tourism. The event has been promoting and harnessing endeavors in the regional tourism sector for the past 7 years, yet in its 8th episode, the Aquaba engaged an oasis of synchronized ideas and marketing initiatives, underscoring the growing vitality of the West Coast as the ultimate destination for that unique and one-off experience. Cycling across continents to discover the characterful disposition of the smiling coast. I am Ibrahim Ajata, and welcome to the expedition.
but we see beautiful stars and the moon and beautiful rivers, and it's wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's just the message. I mean, for you out there who haven't yet ventured out of your neighborhood to go out and see the world, they've seen all, really. I mean, nature in its perfect form.
Yeah, absolutely, and also in a very different form.
The expedition meets two cyclists on a daunting expedition discovering the characterful disposition of the smiling coast. All the way from Holland, Marcel and Grts have circled all the way from Holland to discover the characterful beauty of the smiling coast. When we think about adventurers, we conjure up images of larger-than-life characters trekking to the South Pole or some other obscure destination. But this is much better.
Great adventure that it's almost not possible to describe. It's so much, so much.
I mean, every day must be adventuresome and exciting.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. And every time you have a new challenge, like in the Atlas Mountains, we had to pass snow and it was really cold. And now here in the Gambia it's really hot and raining season. So every time you have to deal with the season, with many kilometers before we could get food or water. So, but that makes it very nice. Yeah.
This must be adventurous. I mean, cycling across, I mean, the Sahara Desert must take some preparation. Tell me, I mean, before the start of the journey,
yes,
what were some of the, I mean, preparations you made?
Well, that's quite a lot. We prepared this whole trip for almost 3 years. It's not a decision you can take directly. You need to be careful for yourself and what are you going to do and what not.
We're here at the main cathedral hall, which contains the Sankandi Memorial. This memorial is actually in memory of some police constables who were killed at Sankandi on the 14th of June 1900 whilst performing their duties.
In 1900, the people of Sankandi and Bateli, in what is today in the Kiang, districts of the Gambia, they had a palaver over some rice fields, okay, which is usually normal, between communities. Yeah.
Land disputes over farms, has always been taking place here, really.
But what made this one, especially on, significant, was that the British, they waded in and complicated the matter such that it degenerated into a massacre.
Hi, I'm Lara and I'm here on holiday in the Gambia on the Smiling Coast. This program is brought to you by
That's 2012 in retrospect. Beautiful and dazzling in perfect form. But it's not yet over. We still delight in December. It unveils in magical form. This week the expedition enjoys a lazy day sailing and cruising on the River Gambia. If you've been missing the dynamics of this great river, sit back and enjoy a fascinating expedition. 9:30 a.m. Sun is streaming down. The boatyard is already bustling with activity as crews prepare to sail and indulge in the beauty of the charming river. Passengers seated comfortably. The captain swiftly kicks the engine into motion, beginning the first moments of a lazy day, sailing around the calming waters of the River Gambia. A lovely group of mostly repeaters and visitors who've now made the Gambia almost a first home make up the perfect crowd for a leisure cruise, relishing the relaxing dynamics which makes this river so popular.
Yes, I'm really pleased to be on it. It's actually my first time.
Oh, you've never done this before?
No, I've never done a full day. I've just had short trips on the river.
Really, and how is it feeling?
It's great, really relaxing, thoroughly enjoying it.
So you say the first time you've ever experienced it was just a short time?
Yes, just a short. It was in a tour